guys, it's Nikki with E.C.D Auto Design. I'm here today to give you a full tour of the Rover Dome, 100,000 square foot plus facility that we do everything from start to finish in here in Kissimmee, Florida. This is where me and the team hang out. As soon as you walk into our front office, directly to the right-hand side is going to be the original founder of ECD and our CXO, Tom Humble. Tom, what's your favorite car of all time?
My favorite car of all time is my Ferrari FF. I had one, cried for 2 years when I sold it, and then bought another one. And I'd love to see ECD do that. I'm just going to convince Elliot to do it.
One day we may be doing Ferraris. So this is our front office area. In this area, you're going to have our client services department, as well as our graphics design artist, Tyler, back here. He likes to hide behind his computer. Glenn is one of the main people you'll be dealing with from the client services department, especially when you start the build process. He's going to supply you with bi-weekly updates, fun photos, so you can stay in tune to your whole build throughout the build process.
Yeah, just from the very start, when the truck comes in, gets torn down, we start there, and then every step of the way, when the rolling chassis, engine, body panels, and we'll be sending photos, descriptions. And then when the truck gets into the final bay, you'll have a live cam that you can watch the team working on your truck live.
So he's going to give you all the good news moving through the build process. You're going to get to stay in tuned, as I said. It's a very interactive process with us, not only in the design, but also through the build process. Back in here, this is our sales office. So in the sales office, this is where I sit. I handle a lot of client communications. We're constantly tracking our progress with clients on, their deals, moving through to the design. John Price, our director of design, as many of you know, is also in this office with me, and he could go a little bit more into detail as to what's included in the design process.
Definitely a spot where we do a lot of work for our clients. Out here, if you don't mind turning around, I've got our special county collection build, actually, that we're finishing up and doing some final touches to it. Our clients, of course, we get this type of 3D modeling so they can zoom in and out, look at every detail in the truck, and make sure, of course, that is exactly the way that they envisioned it. So our process is very fluid, of course. We provide all the samples, materials, and 3D renders, of course, to make sure that we capture every detail that they're waiting to have in their car. So it's a lot of fun. As Nikki was saying, of course, we built a lot of trucks over the years and are very good at what we do. And of course, looking forward to building yours.
Very interactive design process. We'll take you through all of the specs. There's no need to make any major decisions when you're starting design. John's job is to walk you through all those different specs and help you know all the options available to you. Thanks a lot, John. So this is our showroom. In here, this is where all the trucks come, either for their walk-around video before delivery. We have trucks that, some pre-owns that we're selling either from trade-ins or consignments. But this is the showroom. This is where we'll bring you when you visit headquarters, so that way you can get up close and personal with our builds. You can see the different models, see the different color variations, and decide what's going to be best for you. When you schedule a tour of our facility and a test drive, this is one of the first areas that you're going to be brought into. Again, this is where we go over all your options. You can sit in the Defenders, try out seats, see different color combinations, and really get up close and personal with each build. We can also go over to our design area where we can provide you with some samples, give you ideas of what we'll be sending to you throughout the design process, and that way you have a better feel as to what's up ahead for you. Let's head over to the purchasing department and check out what they're doing. Back this way, as part of our main office, we also have our purchasing and engineering department. So one of the main people that's hard at work here is going to be our in-house engineer, David. David, can you tell us a little bit of some of the cool stuff you've been working on?
Absolutely. Been working on a lot of custom billet parts and a lot of innovative new parts for Defenders, Mustangs, E-types, and all sorts of vehicles.
So having an in-house engineer here really makes it easy to bring new ideas to life. Without this guy, I don't know where we would be with our R&D department or keeping up with today's modern technology. David really helps us to bring all the modern day features to life in these classic trucks. Also, as part of this back office, we have some great behind the scenes employees here. Anthony is our data analysis, and then we also have Louis, our NetSuite specialist. So without these guys, things just wouldn't go as smoothly as they do with ECD. Anthony, tell us a little bit more about what you do.
Sure, my name is Anthony, and I capture a lot of the data points here at ECD, and some of the points that I capture are our financial data, our production data, and our inventory data. I will then create reports and dashboards for the CEO and the CFO, and also the CPO for whatever key KPIs you're looking for.
Walking this way, we're actually going to walk past Elliot Humble's office. Elliot is one of our original founders. He oversees, engineering, R&D, purchasing. He's involved in a lot of behind the scenes here at ECD and still takes part in almost every single build that goes through this production line. Now back here is going to be our warehouse facility. This is where all the parts are housed for our upcoming build. There's constant movement through here. The guys stay very organized. They're constantly bringing in parts, pulling out parts for new builds on the production line. So shelves and shelves as high as the roof, full of parts. We're always prepared for the next build. So over here we have Mingo and Sam, and they are the heads of our warehouse back here. Mingo, can you tell me a little bit about what you do with ECD on a daily basis?
So with ECD, I kind of get all the parts that need to go out to the line for the next builds, and get everything that's supposed to be into stock. You get on the system where we have anything that's reactive or anything that needs to be ordered to be put on the order on time, so we get everything invoiced at the end of the month, at the end of the week.
All right, so let's head down to our teardown department, guys. All right, so in our teardown department, it's exactly what it sounds like. Everything gets teared down to bare metal in here. And on this side, we're currently tearing down one of our base vehicles, which is going to end up being one of our custom Defender 110s. Hey, Richie, how are you?
I'm good. I do teardowns, also help Sammy with the spraying and stuff, like spraying wrapper liner on the chassis, but mainly teardowns. So we tear the truck down.
So, Richie, what's one of the toughest things that you have to complete here in the teardown area?
I want to say being neat, being clean, but it's impossible. But it's fairly easy. It's just tearing things apart, honestly. It's pretty easy. Unless they need to be gentle. Like there's days I have to be gentle and we have to save some things, then by all means, we take our time with it. And I would say that would be the hardest, taking your time with it.
What are some of the things that you have to preserve? What are some of the things that you have to be gentle with?
It depends what the guys need on the line, to tell you the truth. It always changes.
Body panels probably.
Yeah, I would say the main, probably your roof, your windscreens, axles for sure. Parts of the axles, like arms and A brackets and stuff like that. Yeah, I think. And if it's like a series, then it comes down to series, then we're saving like 4 pans. This is different shapes and stuff that we wouldn't be able to, we would need the originals,
So Richie knows how to handle all the builds. Without him tearing down everything here in this room, it would just add more hours to the production line. So this is a really important process for us, and ensuring that in the future, corrosion is one of the last of your worries when it comes to an investment like this. Okay guys, we're gonna head into our main office area. In our main office, we have quite the group. So she's not here today, but Sarah, our title clerk, normally sits in this area. We also have Jolie, our accounts receivable. We also have our support and warranty team in here. Glenn is absent and out working on a truck right now, but we have Miss Karen Wallace, who oversees and helps with all the warranty and support calls.
When you buy a truck from us, you get a 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty that covers every aspect of your vehicle. That would also include questions. We don't just cover issues that you may be having with the truck. There may be various numbers of questions you could have, and we're happy to answer those. We're available most of the time to answer your questions by phone, text, or email. So you're always going to be dealing with a human being, not a computer. We have many ways of dealing with warranty that handle all issues that you could have. We have a network of local shops all over the US that we work with. And we have Glenn who travels the length of the country working on your driveway if we have smaller issues come up. And our final option would be to ship it back to ECD, where we have a team of 70 guys here who can fix pretty much anything that would come up on your vehicle. But I must stress that it's all very human. You always will deal with a human. It's not computerized in any way. It's just phone, email, or text to me or Glenn.
And then we also have our wonderful office manager, Jadine. So Jadine is the one who will greet you and answer any phone calls that come into our main number. The next room that we're going into is our team break room. So over here is where we have our lunch area. So all the team members, they can also, take a couple minutes to cool off in the AC. We're in Florida. It's very hot here. So we always ask them, take a couple minutes if you feel overheated. Drink water, stay hydrated. There's plenty of snacks in here for them. And this is their, place to find a few minutes of peace throughout the day. Okay guys, so this is our north line or our main production line. This is where all the Defenders get built from start to finish. So at the beginning of this line, you're gonna see a rolling chassis. You're gonna see our galvanized frames that have been pre-treated for rust, and then also Raptor line in a heavy duty material that's very similar to a bed liner. So in this production line, you're gonna start with a rolling chassis, and the further down we go, the more and more it's gonna look like a completed Defender. So one good person to speak with in this department would be Mr. Marty, and Marty oversees all of our drive trades. Marty, can you tell us a little bit about what you do with E.C.D?
I build suspension, everything you see here, from all the axles, all your airbags, your springs. I put that all onto the frame.
So he makes us a rolling chassis so that way it could start scooting down the line. Okay guys, so our electrical team is hard at work, but I'm going to interrupt them real quick for you. Kevin and Jose, can I interrupt you guys for a second? Can you tell us a little bit about what you're working on right now?
Right now we're designing the dash harness for the next truck. So we're just kind of rerouting some of the wires and creating the circuits in order to have everything pre-terminated for the guys on the line.
Perfect. I don't know how they keep track of this. It looks like a spider web to me, but I know you guys have this very well organized. Kevin, what's some of what you do?
I basically rework the main harnesses to fit in the trucks with all the options, and I will build subs sometimes.
So this is a very special room because, as I mentioned, the classic Defenders, they are known for the electrical issues. So these guys, they nip it in the butt and they just start with a fresh harness. Moving down the line on this department here, they're going to be getting ready to prepare dropping in the fuel tank, the stainless steel fuel lines. You can see that Marty has already installed all the brakes, the suspension, the axles are already in place. Moving further down the line, this is where the engines, the transmissions all get dropped in. So now this is going to be a true rolling chassis once it moves from this department here. Now let's go check out our sub-cosmetic team. Hi, Will. So Will is part of our sub-cosmetic team. He is doing lots of good prep work for all of our builds. This is where we do our door sills, we prepare for power windows, power locks. What are some other things that you do in this department, Will?
Yeah, we convert from manual windows to power windows. Basically anything the customer wants, we do it.
So every build is different. Every build has different features. Some clients prefer manual windows where others prefer power. It's these guys' jobs to get everything prepared for this production line. Okay guys, now it's time to go into the room with all the personality. This is the upholstery room. Say hi, everybody. So in our upholstery room, this is where all the magic happens. This is where all the art takes place. Christian has been doing upholstery for over 45 years. So he's putting together a bench seat for us, and you could show us the stitching on there. And see, everything was done by hand. Everything's put together by hand by our upholstery team. So a lot of details go into this.
You got that right.
Now, moving down towards this way, we're going to go talk with the head of upholstery, Angel, and he's working on right now looks like a Puma Dash. Angel, what are you working on right now?
Well, we're working on stocks 7, which is Project Bantari, and it has the S-Palm green leather from Heights, with hexagon stitching pattern and sea green stitching. So actually, recently a headliner for the same truck. We added this accent green in the middle. On the middle, this is the hexagon pattern with the stitching green as well. And this is gonna get the starlights. That's gonna make it look beautiful.
The Starlight roof liner is really going to set this off, right? Oh, and show them your iPad here. What are you working on the iPad?
Just looking at the 3D picture here on our mood board, which tells you exactly what we're gonna do on this truck. All the specifications, the leather, the patterns, stitchings, everything. We have to look at this in order to get it right.
So the renderings aren't just to look cool. They're not just, to have fun and to share with family. This is also a very important tool that we use throughout our production line to make sure that your build is coming out exactly how you planned.
So this is our Cognac Royal. It's like a brownish tan leather from Highs as well, top of the line. We also use other types of leather top of the line like Spinnyback, Napa, Garrett. Really great luxurious leathers. Those are the handles. Everything is hand stitched. You see how she's trying to get the 1/2 inch down really nicely, so these covers will fit like a glove. And over here we have, for the same car, these are the covers already done with the flute pattern and the black Napa leather. So yeah, that's gonna come out nice as well. Everything we do here comes out nice. Over here we have Alex. Alex is our guy that wraps our consoles for the Jags, Mustangs, and Defenders.
So over here we have JC, again, another upholstery team member. He's working on a beautiful door card. What type of leather and what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm doing for a client, and it's this 110 door for the Defender. It's the front door. This time I made something different, and I know in the center, take the center out, and I put the leather all straight that you see.
Okay guys, so now that we're done with our upholstery department's office, let's go check out Emily Humble's office. Emily is one of the original founders. She is our chief production officer and married to Tom Humble. So Emily, this is our chief production officer, queen of ECD's production line. What are one of your toughest responsibilities on the production line?
I would say managing our team. Our technicians are the kings of the business here, so ensuring that they have everything they need to complete their products and ensuring that they remain happy, motivated, and inspired by what we do here.
That's amazing. So I know we have about 105 employees total. Do you know how many employees are on the production line right now?
Yes, so we have about 60 technicians out on the line now, not including our warranty team, so that's just purely in production right now.
That's a lot of heads to manage.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Emily. Okay, guys, and here we are with our CEO, Mr. Scott Wallace. Scott, say hi to our clients and followers.
Good morning, all. How are you?
One thing at ECD that we really take pride in is the culture that our founders have set for ECD and maintaining that culture as we grow. Scott, can you explain a little bit more about ECD culture?
Yeah, it was one of the 5 anchors of the business when we founded the business, where we wanted everything in the business to be autonomous. Now, with that, for me, is double-sided. Everybody wants more autonomy, but not everybody wants the accountability that comes with autonomy. So we drive a culture where we really allow people to make decisions. We purposely don't put layers of middle management in the business. We let the mechanics build the cars and let us run the business. We very rarely cross into each other's territories because I certainly can't build a car. And they can build the cars better than anybody. And then what we do is from day one, even when there was only 4 or 5 of us, we have a monthly huddle. That huddle has 2 purposes. One is to communicate one single message to the entire team, so everybody's aligned. And then the second purpose is to give as much recognition as we can to everybody in the team of those meetings as well. So we do lots of recognition, including MVP, Best Department, Warrior of the Month, Get Client Service of the Month, RFTs, awards. So yeah, we do all those things to recognize everybody, and it's open voting. Everybody votes individually, so there's no kind of agenda to it. So yeah, single message to everybody to keep them motivated and focused on what we're trying to achieve, and then lots of recognition for the team. And I think that's one of the reasons we've got such good retention rates at ECD. I think our culture is very unique, and as we move from a private company to a public company, we work very hard to protect that even more. So that's what the ECD culture is.
And there you go, straight from our CEO. Okay, and with me is our faithful companion here at ECD. This is Mr. Noah. Say hi, Noah. Very loving dog. He doesn't leave Scott's side, so you'll constantly see him here next to Scott in his office, but he's such a good boy. So now that you got to meet our CEO, Scott Wallace, let me walk you into Josh's office. Josh is our Director of Excellence. A lot of quality points go through Josh. He's really the main eyes on the floor for everything going on in R&D, engineering, new products coming out, as well as every build on the line. Hey, hi, Josh. Hi. So what are one of your main responsibilities that you think I did not touch on?
The main thing is focusing on quality in all departments. So I'll work with each of the supervisors on each of the departments, if it's upholstery, drivetrain, and we basically keep track of their scores on each build. And we will make sure that their scores are staying to the standard that we like. So if we start to see a drop in those scores, then we'll try to figure out, is it a training issue? Is it a supplier quality issue? Where do we address it so we can get that back up? And then I also work with our engineering department and basically implementing new products on the assembly line. So basically our supervisors, our techs, all are trained, and then they know how to install that new product that comes out. And then I also work with the warranty department with any issues that come up that we see down the road, so we can address those with our suppliers or address issues on the line immediately if our problem comes.
Amazing. So Josh also oversees our RFT program. Josh, can you explain a little bit more about the RFT program?
Yeah, so our RFT program basically is right first time. So we have that for all our technicians. And basically you call it almost a grading system. We're expecting when they do the job or the task that we have them assigned to, that they're doing it right the first time. So we're shooting for 100% completion on all of our vehicles, 100% quality score. And so we use the build sheet on every vehicle to calculate that. And then we do RFT awards every month to keep our standards high.
That's amazing. It also helps with creating a little bit of competition between our departments. Everyone wants to collect those RFT badges, which I'll show you here shortly. Thank you, Josh. So as Josh mentioned, the RFT program, or Right the First Time program, every department is awarded a badge at the end of each month if they got 100% completion on all their projects throughout the month. So it does become a great competitive tool here at ECD. All of our departments really pride themselves on showing off their RFT badges on their door. One thing that Josh is responsible for is grading every technician on the jobs that they complete throughout the day. So up on our board here, you're going to notice that every technician's progress is tracked on each job that they take, and every technician's job is overseen by Josh at the end of the day. We have a new build-to-ship process that cuts down our quality control department's time with each vehicle. This process used to take upwards of 6 weeks. Each individual job that is performed on the production line is reviewed and graded before the truck advances to the next job. When the truck completes the production line, that same day it will go out for its first set of 100 test miles. After each test drive, the technician will make notes and adjustments to anything that didn't meet our standards. We prefer to break in the engine for our clients, so over the next 4 to 5 days, different technicians will put 100 miles on at a time until the engine has been broken in and everything is in perfect working condition. This is just one of the many reasons why our lead time is much shorter than traditional shops. Okay guys, so now we are in front of the lab, aka our paint department. We outsource absolutely nothing when it comes to our paint, or different types of textures or handles. We even do our hydro dipping here in-house that you can see in this office back here. Now we're with our head of body shop and paint restoration manager, Marvin.
I'm working on some Defenders for one of our customers. At the moment, we need to paint some of the emblems on their vehicle. And we're just looking for the specifics of what the customer requested.
So I was mentioning to everybody that everything is done in-house. Can you include the different types of not only paint, hydro dipping, but other services that we offer?
We make sure that we fit in what the customer is looking for when it comes to all the items they want on their vehicle, options and features that they want as well.
Amazing. And can you show us a little bit of what Heriberto is working on back here?
Yeah, so at the moment we're working on some hydro dipping that we need to do on one of the customer's vehicles. Basically, this is the film that's going to be used. It's a Brazilian rosewood. Technically, we have to apply the activator in the tub and then be able to lay down the film, right? So the activator is applied right after he put this. We have a window at about a minute, so he'll be able to set up the part that he's going to hydro dip and make sure the film is in the proper position. And then we'll be able to apply the activator, which allows for the paper to transfer into the item we're gonna be wrapping and hydro dipping, yes, as well. As you can see here, this is the item we're gonna be hydro dipping today. This one had an imperfection that need to be redone, so we're doing just the top part. The bottom part is already finished. That it looks something like this. Ultimately, at the end, it's gonna look something like that. That's the Brazilian rosewood. And then we'll be able to go ahead and get it into the paint booth and get it here as well.
Marvin, can you show us a little bit about what's going on back here?
Yes. So basically, this is the beginning stages of the paint department. Technically, this is what we'll call the bulkhead. It's just one. In some areas, they call it firewalls. So technically, that's one of the steps to start following when it comes to the beginning of the process. We have several stages in the department. We have the hood, the quarter panels, the wings as well, and the doors, which we'll be able to go ahead and most of the time they come new, and we're able to get it ready for paint during preparation, finding imperfections and making sure that it's prime and it has the proper corrosion protection features that the panel needs in order to be warranty for the time of our warranty. So this way is the mixing room. So we have one of our painters, McGregor Rivera, he's one of the lead painters. And on the right side, you can see the product we use, BBD Deltron, very high quality paint, and allow us to have a great coverage and variety of colors as well. At the moment, we're doing some little bit of touch-ups and minor items that the vehicle requires in order for us to get it back to 100% of what the customer is expecting from us. And we have the line of PPG, like I mentioned before, is they back up by other warranties, nationwide and whatnot, and they offer lifetime warranty on the product, and it's a very good quality product as well.
I don't even get to come back to this area very often. One thing I noticed was this crazy wall of all these tubs of paint spinning. Marvin, can you explain what's done in this room?
Yes, this is our mixing station, a mixing room. So we are able to have all the toners that are available in the market in order for us to get to the colors the customer requires. Sometimes they're factory colors for many brands, and sometimes it's custom colors. They want something a little different than the normal. And we're able to reach that goal through some of these items here. So we have from basic colors to metallic colors to pearls on top. So you can see all the pearl items as well. It goes from tri-coats and sometimes quad coats, which is not very common, but it's also available as well. In this computer, we'll be able to do it through the scales. So basically, once we put the formula in, it will able to tell us exactly what the amount of the liquids are going to go into the mix in order to get the color we want to achieve. So in this particular example, you can see all the tints that need to go together so we can get ourselves to the color the customer is expecting to have. We provide them with samples and able to get a final decision on the color that is going to be laid on the vehicle as well.
So as you can see, our paint department is full of the small details, but Marvin oversees everything and makes sure it's done to perfection and meets ECD standards. Thank you so much, Marvin, for showing us. Okay, guys, so this is the closeout for our paint department. As you can see, this is the back part of the office here where they're doing some prep work, lots of sanding. We always do undercoats on our builds, so they're ensuring that everything in this room is prepped and ready for installation. In this room here, this is one of our paint booths. This truck is currently getting some paint work off done. So the paint department is a pretty big part of ECD's space here. ECD started with the iconic Land Rover Defenders and series models. Over the years, we have added quite a few vehicles to the ECD lineup, like the Range Rover Classics, Jaguar E-Types, Toyota FJ Cruisers, Ford Mustangs, and most recently, the Porsche 911s. Our boutique services allow us to take on any type of special request, so this means essentially we can restore any type of classic vehicle. Back here is one of the most unseen departments for ECD Auto Design, but by far one of the most important. Our detailer helps us with not only getting the trucks prepared for you, but also prepared for marketing shoots. So we always have Edgar very busy. Back here, we're gonna step into Edgar's area. Edgar's our head of detail. Edgar, what project are you working on today?
This project name is Slow Horse.
Slow Horse, and it has an eggshell finish. What's a good tip on keeping this type of paint finish at its best?
Just make sure that you use a pH balanced soap with no shine on it, no wax, nothing that make the paint shine. Because obviously when you're doing eggshell, you don't want any shine, you just want like a matte finish. So
I've noticed even the oils on your hands can leave little prints on it, right?
yeah, but as long as you use a pH balanced soap, anything that is lower than 7.5, you're good. You won't do any damage or any shine to the paint.
Tips from one of the best. So if you have eggshell finish paint, you know how to wash it now. Thank you, Edgar.
No problem.
Okay, guys, so this is the end of our tour. As you can see, the Rover Dome is in full operating mode right now. Lots of guys working to build the perfect trucks and cars for our clients. We leave no detail out. As I mentioned, everything is in-house. I hope you guys enjoyed your time with me today, and I hope you can really, grasp the idea of how big our facility is. Thank you, guys.